Yes. KoolAid Nerd King here with Dallas Eakley, and we are here with the GOAT, the one, Mr. Tommy Davidson.
Thank you. I am glad to be here. You see all my wonderful, illustrious awards.
Indeed.
Did Fox for years, I'm in living color. Fox, man. Not Fox News. Fox.
Nice. Oh, we here. Yo, we're so glad to have you. Thank you for coming
for having me, man.
Speaking this with us. So let's dive right into it.
Let's get it.
So let's get all the preliminary stuff out the way. So you DC, you're coming up. You're like, yo, I'm out here eating, and then all of a sudden, when do you realize, dude, this is it? Like I crossed over. When do you realize, like, dang, I'm somebody now?
It didn't hit me until the first season of In Living Color. When I went to the grocery store, I was in, I think I was in Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And I was buying some orange juice or something, and I looked up, and everybody in the whole store was looking at me. I was like, it hadn't dawned on me. I'm like, why are these fools looking at me?
Right.
And finally somebody came to me and said, can I have your autograph? And I was like, oh, the show.
Nice.
The show was actually picking up.
Okay.
You know, and then I took the subway in New York. And there's all these people on the subway just started. It was like a zombie movie. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah. We know you. You know?
That's cool. So, boom, you're in Living Color, and now at this point, you have your energy, and it's actually paying you cash. You're eating off of it. You're being able to move forward.
Things are good.
So, how long before you get to the point in Living Color where you're like, dude, I gotta do something else? Because I remember towards the end as a kid, I think it kind of had the same energy that happened to Living Single. Like, you get to the end, and it's like really good, it's like really black, it's really this, and it's like, man, we need to change that because we're gonna add some stuff.
Yeah, they start tapering off a little bit.
I remember that.
Well, you know, coming into In Living Color, I had done so many things, and I have so many varied talents that I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough. If I'm not doing TV, do a cartoon.
Nice.
The Proud Family. You know what I mean?
Oscar Proud.
Penny Brown, Oscar Proud. You know what I mean?
Dude, man,
or go from that to Black Dynamite, or go from that to another movie.
Yeah.
Or go from that and do some guest star spots like Varnell Hill.
Remember?
Did you miss me?
Yo,
you go to that, you know what I mean?
I'm just about to say
yeah, so it's just like,
hard episode.
I've just been lucky. I've just been real fortunate. God has blessed me with a talent that I've been able to take around. You know, I've just finished my book, my first book.
Oh, snap.
Just finishing that, Tommy Davidson, Living in Color. So people get to really know
get a copy.
who I am, you know, because my mother found me in the trash when I was an infant.
Oh, wow.
And took me and raised me over her family. So,
okay.
so no one really knows that.
Wow.
My mother's white, my family's white. And that was in 66. So I moved to Washington, D.C. in 68, 2 days after Martin Luther King got shot, with my white family, tear gas, tanks, and James Brown was saying aloud, I'm black and I'm proud. It was a whole nother deal.
You looking at your mom like, Mom, I'm black and
I'm black and I'm proud. So she said,
she's like, yeah.
She said, yeah, you brown, no? You know.
That's why, man, I would have never known that.
Yeah.
So to come back, okay. So boom. Okay, you're at the end. It's like I said, you went into cartoons. Like I said, as a nerd, like that's where I come down, you know? So do you feel that the cartoon route in your career has been the most supplemental when you're not doing other stuff?
Well, it's either that or I'm doing stand-up comedy around the country. The reason why I'm here in Dallas, it's like that's been the backbone of my whole career, because I've been able to do comedy from the very start. I remember telling my friend Jeff before I left DC, he was from Philly, and God bless him, he's gone, but I remember telling him, you know, I'm thinking about moving to Hollywood and getting into TV and movies, and he didn't even look at me, he was in his car. He didn't look at me, he said, Negro, if I had much talent as you did, I'd have been down.
Nice.
And that was the beginning.
All right, let's see.
Yeah,
I'll take
yeah.
Negro's
an old term.
Actually, Negro's a relative term.
Yeah.
Indeed. So, boom. So you're mixing this energy and you have it going. And so let's fast forward. We're gonna jump around. So let's fast forward to now. Where
I jump around. Jump.
All right. So now you're here and you're with Vacation Creation.
Vacation Creation is a show where I take deserving families around the world on cruise ships.
Okay, I remember that.
And I've been in 80 countries. I mean, over the last 2 years, and we just started our third year.
Yeah, I remember seeing a season 3 spot.
Yeah, so I'm having a
congratulations.
lot of
Go ahead and
fun.
get
Oh
it. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Go ahead and put those hands together, make the sounds that your hands make when you touch them together.
Or this thing here, golf clapping.
Indeed.
You know, here.
Talk about it.
You know, but the thing I'm proud about is about my people here. In the last 2 years dealing with Trump and that administration and dealing with all the stuff that we've been dealing with, you know, and they'll ask black folks, well, you know, y'all have a problem with this, and we like, it's always been like that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
It's normal for us to be dealing with some controversy.
Nice, definitely. So now we're here. You've gone from being a part of the production to being at the head of the production. I mean, I don't want to say cliche, but what would you say to somebody? Let's get deep. What was your darkest moment? What was your darkest moment? You're like, even though with all this going on, I'm like, what?
When I got to the point where, you know, I thought, you know, the house, the money, you know, I thought that or the fame or whatever, I thought that was going to fulfill me. You know, and I felt this empty feeling, and I was around a lot of people who just weren't real, and I didn't know why I did all this. And then I got to the point where I was proud, because I realized I was Barbara Davidson's youngest son, Tommy, who she found in the trash can. This proud woman. We lived in a black neighborhood, but everybody loved her, and she gave and gave and gave all the time. And I used to think she was crazy. And then I looked at my life and I was like, you know what? I'm a chip off the old block. I don't have to fit in with nobody. All I gotta do is be me.
Nice. All right, see that? So even in the darkest hour, you
got rap.
You got rap? Okay. All right, last one. Get one? Can I get one last one? So last question, like we ask everybody.
No, you don't look like a black heat miser. So go ahead. Yeah.
But I wanted to, Mr. Davidson. I wanted to.
Right.
All right. Last question. So what we do here is we always throw back to the community. What have you done, like, I don't know, in the past month, 6 months? What do you do normally when you say, I want to throw back to the community? What do you do?
There's a program called the OK program.
Okay.
Where it's a police officer mentorship program for African American boys. It's mentoring boys out in the streets. Police officers are getting these boys out of the streets, giving them mentorship. They're graduating from college in this program, the OK program. So you don't got to take one knee. You don't got to take one knee for NFL owners. We don't have to do that. All we got to do is look out black men, look out for black boys.
Yo, and you heard it here from the mouth of God himself. Get yourself ready. Go buy this man's book, and then go watch a bunch of episodes of The Proud Family and cry like I did every Saturday morning. All right, then.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Dallas Weekly, we out.